Interesting facts about the Bible. Did you know that in the Old Testament, almost every giant or race of giants descended from Ham, son of Noah? Many people ask if the Nephilim were destroyed during the flood, then how were there Nephilim descendants again after the flood? One theory is that Ham's wife may have carried the bloodline. It's interesting that Noah doesn't curse Ham, he curses Canaan, his son. Whether that theory is true or not, virtually all of these giants listed in the Old Testament come from Ham. In Genesis 14, starting in verse 4, we get a list of all of these different races: the Rephaim, the Zuzimim, the Emim, Horites, Amalekites, Amorites, and all of these, not listed here as giants, but all throughout the rest of the Old Testament, we see that these are giants. Even the word Amalek in Arabic means giant. In Amos 2:9, it says that the Amorites were the height of cedars. In Deuteronomy 2:10 through 11, it says the Emim were as tall as the Anakim, they were giants. In Deuteronomy 2, starting verse 20, it says that the Rephaim were giants. We even get an idea of how tall these giants were by the measurements of King Og's bed, and he was around 9 to 13 feet tall. Even Goliath, whom King David fought, was huge, and he was a Philistine, which are also descended from Ham. We see again and again the description of these giants being in the land of Canaan, descended from Ham. But even if Ham's wife didn't have the bloodline, we know that Nimrod, who built the Tower of Babel, was also descended from Ham. And as my last video stated, we know that the Tower of Babel was to reach in heaven, and here very likely was more recreation of Nephilim. And so in the land of Canaan were all of these giants. So in the Old Testament, people think it's really harsh. Joshua is going around these different Canaanite city states and destroying the people there. It's really a wipeout of an invasion, so to speak, because here there are heavenly beings coming down and mating with human women, creating these giants. It seems as if they were trying to pollute the bloodline that Yeshua, our Messiah, was supposed to be born from. And so when God had Israel clear out the land, he was clearing out these cannibalistic giants. So when Joshua went into the land, it was to rid the world of these Nephilim descendant giants. When you understand the story of the Nephilim and the Nephilim giants and how they messed with the DNA of people and animals, then the story of Joshua down to King David destroying them and ridding them of the land makes a lot more sense.